Okay, so we are recording right now the chat room, and we're gonna go straight to the intel. I told you guys that we need to wait 48 hours for the reaction of the public, of the citizen of Iraq. Right?
Right. Yes.
All right, so hold on. Les dije a todos ustedes que teníamos que esperar la reacción de los ciudadanos en Irak, ¿sí o no?
Sí, señor. Sí.
All right.
Sí, vení.
Okay, so please pay attention. Pongan mucha atención. I'm going to ask you to please turn off your mic. Turn your mic off. Apaguen sus micrófonos ahorita. Luis, Santiago, te voy a sacar si no apagas tu micrófono. Apaguen el micrófono, todo el mundo. All right. Everybody shut down your mic. I'm going to tell you the intel right now. I'm going to show you the latest posting from Abadi. This is Abadi, okay? Les voy a enseñar ahorita la última publicación de Abadi en Irak. Lo voy a decir en inglés primero y después en español. All right, so first, here's the posting. The dollar is in the hands of the rich. The dinar is in the hand of the poor. They reduce the value of the dinar and they raise the value of the dollar to make the rich get richer and the poor poorer. So this is my share. How do you judge? I call on all deputies and the government to stand with the weak and take the right for them. Do not take pride for wrongdoing. Not for retreating from a mistake is a virtue. So I'm going to repeat it one more time. Okay, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Voy a repetirlo en inglés otra vez y ahorita se lo digo en español. The dollar is in the hands of the rich. The dinar is in the hand of the poor. They reduce the value of the dinar and they raise the value of the dollar to make the rich get richer and the poor poorer. So this is my share. How do you judge? I call on all the deputies and the government to stand with the weak and to take the right for them. Do not take pride for wrongdoing, for retreating from a mistake is a virtue. As you know, this is a bad translation, but you got the idea, right?
Right. Yes.
Right.
All right, now, ahorita lo voy a repetir en español. Esta es la última publicación de Abadi. El dólar está en las manos del rico. El dinar está en las manos del pobre. Ellos reducieron el valor del dinar y le subieron el valor del dólar para hacer al rico más rico y al pobre más pobre. Así que esto es lo que comparto. Ustedes van a decidir. Yo llamo a todos los diputados y al gobierno para que apoyen a los más débiles y que se pongan del lado del más justo. No se sientan orgullosos por hacer el mal y por alejarse de los errores, porque esto es una virtud de ellos. En pocas palabras, Abadi está llamando a los ciudadanos de Irak para que se alcen en las calles y protesten, porque en los siguientes 4 años van a tener un dinar más devaluado y es lo que están ahorita, como les dije a ustedes, que tienen que esperar las próximas 48 horas. So, as you know, Abadi is calling for the raise of the dinar, is calling for the people to get out of the street and protest. And this is beautiful because this is exactly what I told you so. So right now, we are on high alert. I repeat, we are on high alert. I told you, I'm not going to call for high alert until I know something's about to happen. Tomorrow, they're going to vote for the budget. Tomorrow, they're supposed to vote for the budget. I repeat, we are on high alert. I'm going to go and give you the green light for destructions in the next 48 hours again if anything happens. Hoy estamos oficialmente en alarma máxima. Estamos en alarma máxima. Así que voy a dar las instrucciones de la luz verde muy pronto, si es que todo sale bien. Vamos a tener otras 48 horas de espera para ver cómo reacciona la gente después del llamado de Abadi. So we are going to wait for the reaction of the citizens of Iraq after the call of Abadi. You guys understand that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Todos los que ustedes están aquí entendieron las instrucciones, ¿sí o no?
Sí, Benny.
Sí, Benny.
Okay, eso es todo. All right, guys, that's it. We are in a high alert starting today, and it's going to be another 48 hours. So that's going to take us to Tuesday next week. Okay? So los 48 horas vienen hasta el martes. Ahora déjenme decirles algo. Now let me say something to you guys, okay? Let me remind you that when I tell you something, it's because I know so. All right? So here we go. Didn't I tell you guys, it's in English first. Didn't I tell you guys that as we get close to the RB, the criminals, the financial criminals will start going for the private exchange, yes or no?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. They just came out with the intel, so-called intel, that the international courts. All right, I'm going to kick people out. Hold on. I'm going to kick people out. I told you to remove it and you don't want to listen to me. Fine. Next one, let me know. All right, so remember I told you that they were going to call for the private exchange, right? So there was an intel. Supposedly, they made this bullshit. This is a lie, right? Supposedly, the international court release or some kind of... Hold on, let me see if I can find this bullshit. Hold on. Ahorita les voy a encontrar una mierda que encontré en Twitter. So let me just see if I can see these people. Maybe I cannot find it here because I just saw it one time. I said, wait a minute, this is something. So they calling for so-called, emergency international court. They saying they released something about some kind of they mentioned some general, some kind of bullshit again. And they said that they're going to start releasing and calling everybody for the exchanges by April the 1st. And I told you to be careful, didn't I? Didn't I?
Yes, you did.
All right, so now you got it. You got it all here, okay? But I cannot find the Twitter. When I find it, I will post it on Greenlight. Right now, we got 139 people in Greenlight, 140 right now. And I got, déjenme ver cuántos tengo, que yo tengo 39 miembros en español. Como les digo yo, los latinos no les importa nada. No les importa absolutamente nada. Tengo más gente en inglés que en español. Acaban de sacar la noticia en Twitter. No es ni noticia, sino que es una mentira. Supuestamente habían liberado algún caso en las cortes internacionales y vuelven a decir que van a cambiar para en abril 1. Vuelvo a repetirles que yo les vengo diciendo a ustedes que cuando salga el RB, también el enemigo va a salir con estos cambios privados y los va a bajar a todo el mundo. Ustedes saben eso, ¿verdad? En español.
Sí, señor.
Así que están advertidos. Después no me digan que no les advertí.
Sí.
Están advertidos, te estoy grabando esto. ¿Ok? Después no me digan que no les advertí. Después no me digan que no sabían porque acabo de mandar un correo. Y después no me digan que no se pudieron meter porque aquí solo tengo 38 personas. Y después que no me digan que están llorando, que no recibieron las noticias, porque entonces sí me voy a enojar. All right. So, this is the situation right now. Karen, are you here? Karen? You're not here. I knew it. Anyway, so this is the situation right now. I'm going to post this Abadi English translation, and I'm also going to post if I find the bullshit that I just saw in the Netherlands. Voy a publicar también en la luz verde la traducción del árabe en inglés. A ver si ustedes pueden ir a la página de Abadi y la traducen en español para que todo el mundo la lea. ¿Ok?
Gracias, Benny.
All right, so that's the situation. If anybody wants to ask me a question, go do it right now.
Karina says she's here, but she can't connect.
She's always find an excuse. Anyway. So you guys have any questions, yes or no?
Do you think Iraq will go with the dollar or will they go with their own currency, dinar?
Are you paying attention to what I just said? You're not paying attention, do you? Can somebody answer this question, please?
The dinar.
What do you think Abadi make the call? Don't be ashamed, just say it. Just ask why.
So the people can raise up.
Can raise up, right? So what's going to happen? What they're going to raise up? What they're going to raise up for?
He made that call because dinar, the government are not trying to raise the value of the dinar. So he wants the people to raise up, to fight, to protest, to get them to change the value of the dinar, not keep increasing the dollar rate.
Was that clear enough? Was that clear enough?
Betty, can I add?
Go ahead.
From what you've said is basically the agreement they've made is that the rich, which is the dollar, are going to get richer, and the dinar is going to devalue, which is going to get poorer. And why Abadi is saying is that this is the agreement they make, and he wants the people to see what's going on, that they're not doing it in the best interest of the people, and now it's time for the people to rise up.
Okay, Braco, let me explain to you in another way, okay?
10-4.
All right, here we go. Pongan mucha atención que se lo voy a repetir en español. If they devalue the dinar, since they devalue the dinar, they will not be able to control the hyperinflation. Therefore, the only way they can control the hyperinflation will be, Wanda, I'm going to ask you one more time to turn your mic or I'm going to kick you out. Thank you. Since they cannot, listen to this, since the government decided to devalue the dinar one more time, what the government is going to do, what they've been doing all the time, they're going to flood the country with dollars. So the dinar will never rise up in price. That's what they're going to do. Abadi knows that. That's why he says the dollars makes the richer, and the dinar makes the poorer. Who gets the dollar, the poorer or the richer?
The rich.
The rich. And who's the rich? Who's the rich?
The cabal?
No. The government of Iraq. Who has the dollar in their hands?
The government of Iraq.
The government of Iraq, right? So they got richer, and the citizen gets poorer and poorer. How will the poorer will be able to exchange the dinar with the dollar when the exchange is too high? Explain that to me.
They're going to have to rise up.
They're going to have to rise up, and they're going to ask the government, if you want to keep the dollar, dollarize the country. But if you don't, raise the value. Raise the value. Do you understand that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Clearly. 10-4.
Everybody understand that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I want to speak up, people. I want to hear you. Do you guys understand that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes.
I want everybody to speak up. Now shut your mic up. Shut your mic.
Kick ass.
Shut your mic, Abena. Shut your mic, Roberts. Thank you. Ahora en español. ¿Qué significa el mensaje de Abadi? El mensaje de Abadi significa que el dólar hace al rico más rico y el dinar hace al ciudadano más pobre, o sea, los pobres más pobres. ¿Por qué habla así? Sencillamente porque el rico tiene el alcance de cambiar con el dólar, porque es rico, pero el pobre no tiene el alcance de cambiar con el dólar. ¿Y qué es lo que hace el gobierno? Cuando devalúa el dinar, llena el país de puros dólares. Solamente aquellos que pueden cambiarlo, lo van a cambiar y van a sobrevivir la hiperinflación. ¿Me están entendiendo, sí o no? Por eso es que están haciendo esto y ahora están pidiendo al gobierno o los dos dolarizamos o súbele al precio al dinar. Hacerlo igual para todo el mundo. ¿Me están entendiendo, sí o no?
Sí.
Where is the grave surrender gonna come back? When is the grave surrender? What is the grave surrender, people?
I don't know, Benny. Would you tell me what you mean, please?
The grave surrender is for the richers to give up and give the people the purchasing power they want. That's the grave surrender. And why is the grave surrender? Because they're going to be exposed as the biggest criminals they are. That is where Abadi, in the prophetic word of Solomon, felt that he was insecure that something was about to happen to him. He was glad that the people of Iraq was going to get the money that they deserve. But he feared that something was about to happen to him because he was part of the establishment before. That's why he was feared. That's why he was afraid. The grave surrender is the one for the richer to say, I give up. Let's lift the value of the dinar. Do you guys understand that?
Thank you. Yes,
Yes, we do. Yes.
La renuncia grave va a venir de los más ricos. La renuncia grave va a venir de los más ricos. Porque los más ricos no quieren que el pobre tenga el poder adquisitivo. Por eso la palabra de King Clement habla de una renuncia grave. Va a ser grave, porque hasta Abadi, que está en la profecía de Rosalind Solomon, dijo que estaba contento que su gente tenía el poder adquisitivo, pero tenía miedo de algo que le iba a pasar a él. ¿Por qué le iba a pasar a él algo grave? Porque él también era parte del establecimiento. ¿Me están entendiendo, sí o no?
Sí, sí.
All right, so both of you guys already know what's going on. We are on high alert right now. Okay, we are on high alert. You have been warned not to exchange in private groups. You have been warned not to listen to gurus. You have been warned about waiting for instructions. You have 3 warnings. I'm not your daddy. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do, it's up to you. You're an adult. You're going to decide what the fuck you want to do. So for those people, because I know both in Spanish and English, some of you people do not like me at all. So this is the message to you people. Listen to this. I'm going to pray for God so you do the right decisions. I'm going to pray for God for you to do the right decisions if you don't want to wait for instructions. Thomas, please turn it off.
Hey, I'm waiting for instructions.
Everybody turn it off, please. I'm not done yet. I'm going to pray for you guys to do the right decision since you guys are not going to follow my instructions. But I'm going to give you last warning. Do not come crying on me. I don't want to hear you crying. I'm going to hang up on you. And I'm going to keep my word. A todos los que me odian en el chat de Luz Verde, voy a orarle al Padre para que hagan ustedes la mejor decisión. Para los que no quieran seguir las instrucciones. Voy a orarle al Padre para que ustedes hagan la mejor decisión. Pero eso sí, después no quiero que regresen conmigo llorándome porque los bajaron la feria, les engañaron. Y el que haga eso, yo les voy a colgar el teléfono. No quiero escucharlos. Ya han sido advertidos miles de veces y esta es la última vez que los voy a advertir. So right now, we are waiting for 48 hours. Give us 48 hours more, and we're going to follow the news in Iraq. We're supposed to see a lot of riots on the streets, not only in Iraq, but also in the United States. Are you shocked?
Nope.
No.
No.
There you go.
No.
So we are going to see riots on the streets in Iraq, and we are going to see riots in the streets in the United States. And how do I know that? Did I mention that I have a dream?
You know the agenda.
Yep. Okay. Vamos a esperar otras 48 horas. ¿Qué estamos esperando? Disturbios en las calles de Irak. Eso es lo que estamos esperando ver eso. Por el enojo de los ciudadanos en Irak. Pero también vamos a esperar por disturbios en las calles de los Estados Unidos. Así es, van a haber disturbios en las calles de los Estados Unidos. ¿Y cómo lo sé yo? Porque yo sé la agenda. ¿Ok? Así que quede bien claro. Si no están estas condiciones, pues voy a quitar la alarma máxima. Por ahorita estamos en alarma máxima porque ahorita ya se hizo el llamado a los ciudadanos. Esta situación puede cambiar. Excuse me?
It's going to cause the riots in the United States.
What's going to cause the riots in the United States? Is that your question? Anything?
Yes.
Well, right now specifically, I don't know, but I don't know exactly what's going to cause the riots in the United States, but it's going to happen. Okay? Is that good enough for you?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So, si tienen una pregunta, usted en español, pregúnteme ahorita. And if you have any questions in English, let me know right now.
Ben,
Yes.
May I ask you a question, Benny?
Go ahead.
Just because of my work commitments, I just would like to ask if you have any idea at all, do we have a maximum number of days within or during which that we can exchange or redeem? Please, thank you.
The word redeem does not exist in the bank. You know what? The word redeem is a guru's bullshit. How can you redeem something? You know what you can redeem, sweetheart? A food stamp. You can redeem that.
I was led to believe that bonds were redeemable.
Bonds is a loan. How can you redeem a loan when it needs to be paid back? You see that? That's how they put a bullshit on you. And people...
So bonds are no good? Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. It's exactly if they say that the Zimbabwe is backed by a bond, somebody's going to have to explain to me, who the fuck paying the money back? And why do you have to get all the money if you want to? If you actually is going to change it. or redeem it. Something is something is something that's something, right? Who gave the money to Zimbabwe? Who? I'll tell you who. I tell you who gave the money to Zimbabwe. You wanna know who?
Yes, please.
Disneyland. Disneyland gave the money to them. Yes. It only exists in fairy tales.
Hey, Tim has a question.
Go ahead.
If the reval occurs, will it hurt to wait 2 or 3 days since we've waited this long?
All right, guys, look, let me explain something to you guys. I know all of you wants to exchange, okay? I know most of you wants to exchange right now. Unfortunately, the economy doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, I don't have a magic wand to make you rich. Okay? We don't know. You're asking me how many days. I don't know. As you can see, let me give you a good example, okay? Did they try many times to prevent Donald Trump to do his administration in 4 years? Yes or no?
Yes.
The whole 4 years, right? The whole 4 years, they tried to do something against him. As a matter of fact, after he left, they were trying to impeach him when he was no longer a president. That's a little example for you to know what's going to happen when the cabal knows that they release the value of the dinar. They're going to put a lot of obstacles. Do you guys understand that? Yes or no, my people of God?
Yes.
So definitely I cannot give you a days for you to exchange because I really don't know. We need to wait. That is why I keep telling you, wait for instructions. Many of you have been told, we're going to have the 800 numbers. And yes, guess what? The 800 numbers are going to come out when they release the new value of the dinar. Yes, you're going to have the 800 numbers. Did I tell you to call the 800 numbers? Never.
Nope.
Never call the 800 numbers. I know many of you will do so. And how do I know that? Because God told me so. God told me that they will call because they need it. They need it. And they will call because for curiosity. But they will call. And that's exactly how they're going to get you. So it's up to you guys. That's why I know for a fact that many of you will cry. It has been prophesied. Do you guys know about that?
Yes.
It has been prophesied that many people will cry in a moment of joy. Yep. Many people will cry in a moment of joy. It has been prophesied, people. Okay? So, it's up to you. You're free to do whatever you want to do. Okay?
Sounds
I have a
good.
question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Betty.
All right. A lo que me escucharon en inglés, les voy a repetir lo
Thank you,
mismo.
Benny.
All right, hold on one
Thank you,
second.
Benny.
Thank you. All right, hold on. So, les voy a repetir a ustedes lo que acabo de repetir yo en inglés. Me acaban de preguntar cuántos días tendríamos que esperar para cambiar el dinar. Yo sé que todos ustedes quieren cambiar ahorita. Yo ya lo tengo enterado. ¿Ok? Pero el gran problema, señores, es que el diablo sabe cómo se los va a chingar a todos ustedes. Cuando salga la revelación del dinar, van a sacar el 1-800. Y muchos de ustedes van a llamar porque por curiosidad o por necesidad. Yo no puedo hacer nada para prevenir que ustedes hagan ese error. Para nada. Lo único que tengo que hacer es advertirles. De por sí ya Dios nos había dicho que solamente el 20% de nosotros va a cambiar en el valor real del dinero. Así que yo sé que en este chat tengo gente que me odia, pero me odia como ustedes no saben. Y ellos van a hacer lo que ellos quieran hacer. Es más, hay una profecía para que todos sepan ustedes que dice que muchos llorarán en el momento de alegría. En el momento de celebración, muchos van a llorar. Pero ¿por qué dijo Dios eso a este profeta? Por los 1-800, señores. Por los grupos privados. Así que yo no soy el papá de ustedes. Ustedes van a hacer lo que ustedes quieran hacer y así va a servir todo. Yo realmente estoy para advertirles. ¿Ok? Si después de todas estas pruebas que yo les estoy dando, verídicas, y se las vengo cantando antes que salgan las cosas y todavía así no quieren creer, hagan lo que ustedes quieran hacer, señores. Yo no me voy a hacer la vida imposible para rogarles a ustedes que no vayan a cambiar allí. Para nada. Yo tengo cosas más importantes que preocuparme que advertirles más tiempo. ¿Ok? ¿Queda entendido?
Sí, señor.
All right, guys. So, if anybody doesn't have a question, just let me know.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What about the ship that is stuck in the Red Sea,
Yep.
Evergreen? How is that going to affect us? And is there human life on that boat?
One thing you should already know, guys, is that whenever something weird happens, there's a lot of conspiracy bullshit over the internet, right? Right?
Yes.
So they made a lot of bullshit, and they you can see everywhere. You just go to YouTube, and you're gonna see a lot of retards telling you a lot of bullshit that is not what it is, exactly it is. See, the beautiful thing about God is that it's so simple. The Lord is so simple, you know. He make it look so simple, but that simplicity also comes with tremendous change. Okay. So for right now, I've been telling you guys that God will shock us in a way that you will not have any idea what's coming. How do I know the contents of that chip? That's the information that I know that I cannot give you that. Okay? All I'm asking you is watch the chip. Watch what's the other side of the chip. And when you find out about the chip, you will see the other side of the chip. That's all you got to know. I'm not giving you what you want to know. I'm only giving you what you need to know. This thing didn't happen because of a mistake, people. Okay? This thing did not happen of a mistake, of a coincidence. All right? That's all I gotta tell you. Everything is a stage. Anybody else? All right.
Look at the timing of this happening.
Yep. And
mentioned looking at the ships and the boats.
yep.
But he didn't say what was coming. He just said, look at the boats and the ships.
Yep.
Something will happen somewhere.
Yep.
And then I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think you've been telling us to be prepared with food and water and storage of those kind of things. Do you think this is something to do with that? You're always telling us be prepared with your food, your water, your dry foods. Make sure you have all. Do you think it's something related to that, or it's going to get worse?
Pay attention, guys. The same prophet who told you about the sheep is the same prophet who told you about the plan of the enemy. He told you about the plan of the enemy and about shipping. Yes or no?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Then the Lord told the prophet to warn the president of the United States, the leader. Yes or no?
Yes, he did.
Just wait.
Yes.
Just wait. Okay? That's it.
Okay.
Me acaban de preguntar acerca del buque que quedó estancado. Yo vengo diciendo que pongan atención del buque, esperen lo del buque y van a ver del otro lado del buque. ¿Ok? Van a ver lo que pasó en ese barco que se quedó estancado allá donde pasan todos los barcos para traer el estrecho. Solamente miren lo que pase con el buque, porque el mismo profeta que profetizó eso, el mismo profeta, Dios le dijo a él los planes del cabal. Le dijo el profeta a él de que iba a haber un evento, un ataque en contra de la humanidad y que iban a usar shipping. ¿Qué es shipping? Cómo mandar las cosas. ¿Ok? Así que pongan atención. Me acaban también de preguntar que si todavía tienen que guardar comida. Y yo les digo que sí. So yes, you still have to store food for the next 3 months. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so anybody else, anybody question? Because I only have questions in English. My Latino people don't give a fuck about me.
Benny, yo tengo una pregunta.
A ver.
No es de buque ni es nada de esto.
A ver.
Mira, yo he tratado de pagar la SC, pero no he podido. Me dijiste que Coinbase no tiene contrato con esta gente. ¿Cómo puedo hacer para poder pagar?
SC?
Sí,
Ok, SC es Ethereum Connect.
Esa.
Ok, ¿ya te metiste bajo mi enlace con Ethereum Connect?
Sí, ya estoy metido.
Ya te dieron SC. ¿No has visto cuántos SC tienes?
No tengo nada. Si
¿Cómo no? ¿Cómo que no vas a tener nada? Con solamente meterte, ya estás comprando SC.
Pues yo me he metido y eso está todo en cero.
Pues mándame una foto de tu página, quiero ver. ¿Ok?
Ok, yo te la mando.
All right.
Gracias.
All right. So people are asking me how to buy EZZ, the token. I say, well, look, if you go to my link, you already got EZZ in your dashboard. Okay? So you can ask me where to buy EZZ. As much as you buy with Bitcoin, you buy in EZZ, guys. Okay? If you put $200, that's $200 in ECC. Do you understand that? With Bitcoin.
Yes.
José.
Diga.
¿Cuánto dinero pusiste en ese enlace que te metiste conmigo?
Pero no he podido poner.
Entonces no has podido poner porque ¿cómo vas a tener ECC? Tienes que poner dinero.
¿Cómo lo hago?
Compra Bitcoin y deposita Bitcoin y estás comprando ECC allí.
Pero yo tengo Coinbase y Coinbase no me deja entrar.
¿Cómo que no te deja entrar?
No, me tiene bloqueado, no sé por qué.
No te entiendo. ¿Puedes entrar a Coinbase, sí o no?
Sí, yo entro a Coinbase.
Entonces, ¿cuál es que te bloquea? ¿Qué es lo que te está bloqueando? ¿Mandar a ECC?
Cuando yo le pongo la dirección de ECC para poder mandar el Ethereum para allá, me dice que eso no luce como si fuera un verdadero...
Ok, mandalo. ¿Tenés Exodus? ¿No tenés Exodus?
No tengo Exodus.
Baja Exodus, la aplicación en tu computadora y de allí mandar todo el Bitcoin a Exodus y de Exodus lo mandas a ECC. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Bye.
Exodus.
All right.
Gracias.
All right, de nada.
Benny,
Yes.
lo que pasa es que en el grupo de Luz Verde no sé qué pasó y dice grupo inaccesible. Algo pasó, no se puede enviar nada.
Grupo inaccesible.
Sí, ahí dice grupo inaccesible, no se puede enviar nada.
Tienen que ser mucho con los settings de seguridad que ustedes tienen, señores. Si ustedes tienen settings de seguridad que no les permitan tener amistades, por eso que no entran acá. Ustedes tienen que liberar los settings de seguridad que tienen en Telegram. Muchos de ustedes tienen eso.
Sí, pero hace un rato estaba normal, pero ahorita dice grupo inaccesible y no se puede.
Bueno, tal vez porque toda la gente se quiso meter a la misma vez, tienen que volver a tratar.
Ah, ok.
Ok? All right. All right, guys. So, anybody was... Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I cannot hear you.
Hey, Biddy, this is Haider. I'm a while back. If Vietnamese Don was gonna be the boss.
Excuse me, say that again.
Vietnamese Don.
Honey, please pay attention. What is the problem with all of you? What is the problem with all of you? Turn off your mic, please, Thomas. Thank you. What exactly is the problem with all of you to just separate one currency to the other? I don't get it. Do you really think that just because the dinar revalue and the dong will follow, is that what you think? The next day or the same day? Is that what you think?
No.
Okay, so why are you asking about the dong? We're not talking about the dong, we're talking about the dinar. How many times I have to repeat myself that right now, according to the elites, that dong doesn't matter?
Hey, thank you.
Did I mention that before, yes or no?
Yes, you did.
I said it, right? I said that dong doesn't matter. Right now, it doesn't matter. So if it doesn't matter, why are you guys asking for the dong right now? It doesn't matter right now. When it matters, I'll let you know. Okay? Got it?
Got it.
All right. So don't ask for anything else. It's like some people. I just blocked 3 people. Come on, tell us about the Zimbabwe. Tell us about the Zimbabwe. Yeah, it's in Ritter land, like where you're supposed to live. Yeah, you have your mansion right there, Ritter land. Yeah, that's the way it is. You know? So if you want to believe in fairy tales, this is not your chat room. Okay?
This is my show. The truth.
Hello? What do you say? What do you say, Thomas?
That's why I'm more your truth.
Okay. Yeah, that's the truth. The truth is that you need to just separate from the gurus. Stop listening to the gurus. Stop listening to this fake and false information first, false intel, and start just thinking at your own, okay? The only currency that is potentially will revalue right now as we're speaking is the dinar, nothing else. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Don't ask me about gold, don't ask me about silver, don't ask me about the dong, don't ask me about anything else. We are focusing on the dinar. After the dinar, I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. A las personas que me preguntan lo mismo, así como esta señora, del don, ¿cuántas veces he dicho yo que ahorita no les importa a los de la élite? Varias veces, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Entonces, no me pregunten del don. Ahorita no les importa a los de la élite. Cuando entonces ellos crean que es importante hablar del don, yo les voy a decir. ¿Ok? Tampoco no quiero que me pregunten estúpidas preguntas como el Zimbabwe, porque yo no quiero malgastar mi tiempo con esa mierda. ¿Ok? All right. So...
Is this going to be recorded?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It is being recorded right now.
Awesome.
All right. So, anybody else wants to ask me a question?
Benny,
Yes.
after you give the instructions, is there a time limit?
Why shouldn't be a time limit?
That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, that's another thing of the gurus. They've been telling you, oh, they're only going to exchange for 1 month. Really? Seriously? For 1 month? Wow. Incredible.
Hey,
Yes.
My Benny, Nilo, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Nilo. My name is Nilo, so it's great to your pleasure. Ben, you're awesome. But regardless, it's kind of a coincidence when I would like for you to speak more about Exodus as a wallet platform, and also how a coincidence how it links to Egypt as in Exodus as God freeing us through Egypt. So it's a blockage and a freedom in a sense that might be related to maybe XRP or some sort. So can you get people like more of a feedback of how powerful Exodus is, and also maybe a symbolic relationship to the blockage that's happening in Egypt?
Yes. I like that question. Thank you so much. Ahora me acaban de preguntar acerca del Exodus, del escape o Éxodo. ¿Cómo se dice eso en español?
Éxodo.
Éxodo. Me acaban de preguntar del Éxodo.
Salida
o Éxodo. Vamos a llamarle Éxodo. ¿Okay?
Migración.
Sí, el Éxodo de Egipto. ¿Se acuerdan cuando Moisés sacó sacó a la gente de Dios de Éxodo? Hizo un Éxodo de Egipto. Ahí es donde tenían a todos los...
Inmigraron de Egipto.
Inmigraron de Egipto a otra tierra, la tierra prometida de Dios, ¿verdad? ¿Verdad?
Sí, así es.
Ok, ahora fíjense lo que está pasando en Irak. Está Egipto, Jordania y Irak en una cumbre, a summit. ¿Cómo se dice summit en inglés, en español? Una cumbre, ¿ok?
Una cumbre.
Entonces, fíjense bien, el éxodo que va a suceder ahorita es traer economías juntas, industrias juntas, millones de dólares para los más pobres de Irak y de todos los árabes, a unirse las uniones juntas, las economías juntas, romper el sistema financiero, porque vino de Egipto. De la misma forma que Moisés sacó a su gente de Egipto y sacó a su gente para la tierra prometida no es una tierra como un país, sino que la tierra prometida de Dios hoy en día es la prosperidad que le va a dar, que es la transferencia de riquezas de los más ricos a los más pobres. ¿Entendieron? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Now let me explain this in English.
Yes, we understand.
Let me explain this in English for those who don't speak Spanish. Tell me who is right now in the summit in Iraq that is having a meeting with Iraq right now. It's Jordania and Egypt, right? Right? Multiple leaders. Is that coincidence or not coincidence that when Moses took his people out from Egypt to the promised land, right?
Right.
So what is the new Exodus? The new Exodus from the people of God. The new Exodus will come exactly the same from Egypt. What is the promised land? Prosperity. That's the wealth transfer from the very wicked, meaning the very rich, to the very poor. What did Abadi make the call? Didn't he make the call that the very poor is having the dinar and the very rich is having the dollar? Yes or no?
Yes.
You see how the Lord is working for all of you?
Yes.
That's the Exodus. That's the divine Exodus right now. They're supposed to break the financial system with the unification of economies. When the dinar revalue, the unification of economies will trigger to use a currency that is not the dollar. It will be the dinar. Because the prophet King Clement said it. There should be a break in the financial system in the Middle East. And then the pause, the dinar. We are watching history right now. all of you will come the days and you will pressure this time. When you become rich and wealthy, for generations to generations, forget about the money. Just forget about the money right now. That is not important. What is important is the memory. What is important is what you're going to bring out to your legacies for generations to come. And those generations will remember. And they will say, I remember my grandma and my grandfather tell me about following the dinar. And they told me all the struggles they went through. They went through humiliations. They went through the struggles. And what actually kept them to become wealthy? Faith. That is your legacy. That is why all of you are the recipients of the blessing of God. Because all of you will bring that legacy, your testimony, for years and years and decades to come. And they will remember this event just like the Exodus of Moses. And I want you to remember that I don't feel any special. But I had many prophets calling me Moses of our time. As a matter of fact, there's one prophet who told me, I want you, Benny, to take my people and cross the sea. Cross the sea full of unbelievers. That's what they told me.
Benny, excuse me for interrupting, but I just randomly looked at the time. I'm Pacific time as you, Benny. It's 4:11.
Yep. It's 4:12 in my side, but it's okay. So, guys, right now we're experiencing something that is going to last forever. Money can run out, but the memories will last forever. Ahorita estamos experimentando algo muy tremendo. El dinero se les puede acabar, pero las memorias nunca se van a acabar. Okay? All right, guys. So if you have any more questions, I will leave.
Hey, Benny, I have one more question.
Go ahead.
Since I know you're local in Los Angeles and there's lots of people around the world listening, it's a shame and also a blessing of what we have in our hands. But it also is, what I see it takes so much greed, and I see how people turn so greedy so quickly. But can you tell us and give us a living example of how wicked and wild it is right there, you know, by the park in Echo Park, how it is, how they actually, the sea is there and the people are there.
I think I brought it up before it happened, didn't I?
Yes, and now they're pulling the people away from the sea and
Yes.
blocking them out.
I just passed by Echo Park because my home is basically blocks away from Echo Park. Okay? So what they did right now, they closed the whole park. This park is, the Democrats spent $147 million to restore the park. And that was the part that I usually will do my broadcasting, right? From Facebook Live. So the last time I was there, I was actually showing you guys the hundreds of homes from homeless, right? And I even told you, this is what they created. They created this event. They created this situation. Okay? So if they create this situation, why all of a sudden they kicked them out? Why did they have to wait until everybody was established in that place? One reason only. Do you know the reason is?
No. I would say exposure, but I'm not sure.
Chaos and panic. Chaos and panic.
Chaos and panic. They're creating the chaos and panic, people. Okay, they're creating this situation. They're the ones who creating this. The Democrats. Okay.
Where did the homeless go? Where did the people go?
They probably go to somewhere else. These are the people that instead of kicking them out, they should be providing them with a decent place to live.
Exactly.
You know, this is the thing that the Lord keeps asking me. I even told you that I went to another restaurant, Sizzlers, and I saw outside Sizzlers hundreds of homeless. I told you that moment the Lord started speaking to me. Are you ready? And I said, for what, my Lord? Are you ready? Are you ready to extend out your hands, to stretch out your hand and help the lonely, the poor? And I said, this is your people. This is my people. And I knew that the day was coming. This is the people.
Yeah, I heard, Benny, that what they had a hotel that's going out of business, which is a big hotel nearby, and they want to allocate all the people who are homeless, which is over hundreds, if not like 300s of people, and throw them all in there, and place them in there so they can just do whatever they want. And at the same time, there's no guarantee how long they'll stay there. So it's just another step of, like, there's thousands and thousands of homeless people in Los Angeles. There's campers in every single street, every single corner, every single place. It's homeless every single everywhere.
Yes. So,
of California.
Excuse me?
California, the representatives have made California poor, and those people, part of those people that are homeless had jobs and had a life.
That's right. And I told you that after the pandemic, there will be millions of people in the street, didn't I?
Yes, and it's sad and very scary.
Yep. That's what I told you. That's what I told you, that God waited for us to wait so we can see clearly. God is telling us exactly who are the people, who are the real recipients of this blessing.
Amen.
Okay?
Yes, and we will provide for them.
Yep. So
hey, Betty, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Hey, in California, I was reading that they're reporting that there's only about 150,000 homeless people, and then they retracted that and said on any given night there's like 500,000. I just feel like it's way more than that. What do you guys think?
Well, let me tell you, when I started working on a clinic, I was the IT guy in that clinic. The clinic only helped the homeless in downtown Los Angeles, okay? It was supposed to be, I said, it was supposed to be a Christian organization, which is not. It's an evil organization. And I worked there for a year and a half until I got fired because my boss was stealing all the monitors. And they knew that someday I was going to tell them off, right? So they fired me before that. That was my last job, guys, okay? That was my last job. So I know that when I was working on that clinic, there was 35,000 homeless back then. Right now, it's over 250,000. Okay? The reason why we don't have a clear number is because many of these people don't have an ID. Okay?
Right, so no intake, so they can't keep accurate records.
They cannot keep records.
They keep pumping the bullshit to us.
Yes, and what's happening right now with the massive exodus of illegals right now? Where do you think they're going? They're going to the streets. Okay, they're going to the streets. Many of them are going to the streets. So that who created this event? Who was so eager to take Donald Trump out of office? Because Donald Trump was finishing the wall. Mm-hmm. The Democrats, right? The Democrats.
I have to say, I'm sorry, I do have to say that they are putting immigrants in different spots in Texas. Just letting you know.
Yeah. I just had a debate with a Democrat, and he talks about, Benny, we the Democrats, he said, we follow science. I said, really? I said, yeah, we follow science. And you Republicans are following profit. Okay, let's explain to me, what profit am I going to get out of illegal aliens? Explain to me that. And what science you do not understand that if we do not have a wall, we no longer have a country? Explain to me scientifically, you fucking retard. I told him straight out.
I'm in California too, and
yeah, You know, you're talking about science.
And it's really bad.
You don't even believe in your own bullshit. I'll tell you straight out. You don't even believe in your own bullshit, man. You don't even know nothing about science. If you knew about science, you will know the lie behind this pandemic. If you only knew science. If you Democrats follow science, so-called science, then you will handle the situation better than anybody else. We don't have scientists in government. We don't have science in control. We have politicians, corrupt politicians. So for you to tell me that you Democrats follow science, no, you follow bullshit. I am a scientist in computers. I am a scientist. I can probably tell you that in less than 2 years I can get my doctorate degree in science. Don't bring that bullshit on science, because all you know is to repeat and repeat what they're telling you on the goddamn fucking TV. What you are is a fucking retard. And facts don't care about your feelings. All right, Wanda.
Well, Benny, I'm in California too, and in reference to the homeless, it is really, really bad. And we do a lot of stuff with missions department. And they are lying, because I know some people who got into those programs where they put them in hotels. And this particular gentleman has been in a hotel for over a year. And they were supposed to place him and his family in a home. And they have not done that yet. So they're spending unnecessary money on hotels instead of putting these people in housing. And it's just ridiculous in California.
It is, because nobody wants to address the problem. Nobody wants to address the issue. They do it in a political way. The only thing that they do, guys, is that when they stand for elections, now they want to be recognized that they're doing something for the poor, temporarily. But all this time that they having fucking issues, they don't want to deal with it. That's what the Lord calls them, the lonely. Nobody cares about them. Nobody cares. Do they?
Well, there's no integration process.
Yep.
And it's causing cultural conflicts, and that's by design.
Yep, by design, exactly. So, you know, that's what, if they don't want to do it, who is the elite of God? The new elite of God. Who is it?
We are.
You are. You are the faceless. You are the faceless. You are the new elite of God. And why you have to be faceless?
Amen.
Why you have to be faceless? Tell me.
Don't have to protect ourselves.
To protect yourself. Because the enemy, if they find out that you are changing something that they supposed to change, if they find out that you changing something that they supposed to change, you're going to make them look bad. Right? Right?
Yes.
And that is why they're going to go after you. That's why you're supposed to be faceless. Got it? You're going to change the world.
So, Benny, I do have...
Yes.
Benny, I have a question.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
My question is, I know you told us we should go faceless and take stuff off of Facebook and what have you. What if you're in ministry and because of COVID, you have to do Facebook Live and all that kind of stuff? How do you handle that?
Well, when it comes to a ministry, and you have to show your face, because otherwise you're not gonna have a ministry, right? If you have a ministry and you're doing humanitarian work, you have no problem. You're a ministry.
Right.
I'm talking about the hidden elite. You can still be in the open. You can still be in the open, be hidden. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You can still be hidden. You can still be, I can tell you countless of people who are members of the new elite. And everybody's seen them. But they don't know that they're members of the new elite. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
That is why.
Hey, Benny, I'm a local driver here in LA, and I see homeless all the time. And that's very sad. And, you know, they need a lot of our help, you know. And I always try, but, you know, it seems like nobody's want to help, and
Well, forget about that. Forget about what you're looking at. Look.
You know.
Let me tell you something, guys. For those who lives in California, we passed not one, not two. We passed 3 laws. 3 laws to help the homeless. Do you guys know about that? The last one is called the HH. The HH initiative. It is supposed to raise $2.5 billion a year. And that was 7 years ago. Somebody's going to have to answer and ask me, and somebody's going to have to answer, where in the fuck are those trillions of dollars?
Ask Pelosi.
Yep. What the fuck you did with those trillions of dollars that you came out in California with the HH initiative? Why nobody has bothered to talk about it? Why nobody has bothered to make the question? I'll tell you why. Because the media is
corruption.
It's corrupted. Okay? It's corrupted. So when everybody know about who's behind all this, watch how they're gonna run. Watch. Everything will be revealed, people. Everything. You're gonna be so angry.
Giving them help, they give them drugs.
Yeah. I was in a clinic, like I said.
I seen people shooting heroin, you name it.
Yeah.
Because I work in the LA area, in downtown LA, and I seen a lot of stuff. People dead on the street. They pick up people from the street dead every morning.
Yeah.
Money laundering.
Money laundering.
Through public funds, it's all money laundering.
Exactly.
Look at the numbers.
Yep.
Yes, because they don't have faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
And they get on drugs because they just want to comfort themselves. And they're not bad people.
Hey, Benny, you know, I try to help many people I can. And when you talk to them, it's like the Holy Spirit takes over because they answer you.
Yep.
And they talk to you like a normal people.
Yep.
If you talk to them, it's like, it's something that you won't believe.
Mm-hmm. I got it.
Everybody's got a story.
Benny, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Benny, the question is, what do you believe about, I heard that a while back that when the wealth transfer comes in, that everybody's going to run to the banks, like the whole world or just the new elite, us?
Everybody gonna run to the bank. First of all, do you know how many people in percentage are holding the dinar as a currency for a potential revaluation? Do you know how many?
Negative.
So it's not everybody. Okay? According to the new elite, we are about 25 million around the world. That's around the world, not in the United States. 25 million. Okay? So assuming that we probably have 10 million people in the United States and 5 million people in Puerto Rico. As a matter of fact, Puerto Rico is the country who has more dinars than any other country in the world. Do you guys know that? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's why the Lord is going to bless Puerto Rico, because if there's one place where there's abundance of poverty, is Puerto Rico. Do you guys know that?
No.
Now you know.
Guys in Puerto Rico take new people. Can I come there?
Of course, it's United States. Okay, you can do your ministries worldwide, people. You're gonna have all your heads straight. You're gonna be able to reach the poor, the lonely, the hungry. Because that's what the Lord said. I want you to stretch out your hand. Stretch out to reach Puerto Rico, to reach the poor countries, to reach Africa, to reach Europe, to reach Latin America, to reach Mexico, to reach Canada, to reach all the poor neighbors of the United States. That's what the Lord is talking about.
Benny.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility, I know that we have to educate ourselves, how to give these people money or food or however we have to do this. Is there a way that you can teach us a little bit more about how to do it, the structure of this? Because
I will give you the structure. I will introduce you guys a structure for the humanitarian projects, okay?
Thank you so
I will
much.
show you that, but not before we exchange, of course.
Right.
You know, so when we exchange, then I'm gonna get together with a lot of members of the new elite, and we're gonna have a new website, and we're gonna have a new show, and we're going to ask you if you want to be part of this. We're gonna use this money for this, and you will see for yourself that we are using your money. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I was trying to figure things out with some of the structure that I have, and I asked at the church, and they say, "Oh no, you cannot do that." I'm like, okay, so that's why I asked. Thank you so much.
Got it.
Yeah. So a las personas que quieran ayudar a los pobres, a los hambrientos, etcétera, etcétera. Una de las causas es que mucha gente cree que todo el mundo está involucrado en la cosa del dinero. Solamente somos 25 millones, de acuerdo a la nueva élite. Y hay aproximadamente 5 millones solamente en la isla de Puerto Rico que están esperando por esta revaluación. Lo que hace a Puerto Rico como el país que tiene más dinares en todo el mundo. Hay apenas unos 10 millones de personas que están esperando este evento en los Estados Unidos. Nos hace 25 millones alrededor del mundo. Así que somos un pequeño porcentaje que sabemos de esto que se llama la revaluación del dinero. Voy a...
Benny, pero te pregunto, de esos 25 millones que están en el mundo, solo el 20% va a cambiar, entonces es menos todavía.
No, estoy diciendo 20% de los 25 millones.
Por eso, de los 25 millones, el 80% no va a poder cambiar, solo un 20% va a poder cambiar.
Yo no estoy diciendo que no van a poder cambiar. El Señor dijo que va a ser un 20% lo que va a cambiar el valor real.
Ok.
¿Ahora entiendes? Es el valor real. Mucha gente se va a ir por lo que dan. 1 centavo, 2 centavos, 3 centavos. La gran mayoría va a cambiarlo todo y le va a valer madre. ¿Me están entendiendo? Porque el dinero se le va a acabar más rápido. Porque la vida va a subir de precio, ¿ok? Viene una hiperinflación global. Y cuando cambien a 1 centavo, 2 centavos y 3 centavos, ¿qué crees que la gente va a hacer? ¿Tú crees que ese dinero les va a durar?
No, va a salir corriendo a cambiarlo.
Exacto, no, pero ¿tú crees que ese dinero les va a durar?
No, se le va a salir agua.
¿Ves lo que te digo?
Va a ser mayor.
Por eso que dijo el Señor de que solamente el 20% de nosotros va a cambiar el valor real.
Ok, ahora entendí.
Es que el problema no es que revalúen, el problema no es de revaluación, señores. El problema es la espera. Ese es el problema.
Sí, la tasa de cambio, hay que esperar que la tasa de cambio sea más favorable para nosotros.
Exacto. Por eso que se los van a bajar en los grupos privados, porque ellos desde hace tiempo han dicho que ustedes van a cambiar más de lo que se le da en la calle, ¿no? Y cuando vean de que en el público esté a 1 centavo y en los cambios privados le están dando $10, ¿tú qué crees que la gente va a ir? Se va a ir a los cambios privados, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces, después de que los engañen, ¿qué crees que la gente va? ¿No crees que se va a empezar a sufrir y llorar?
Sí, señor.
Entonces, ¿qué parte de la profecía no entienden ustedes? Que hay una profecía que dice que muchos llorarán cuando debería ser el momento de gozo y alegría. Muchos llorarán porque se los van a bajar.
Por eso, a eso mismo es lo que me refiero, que es que de esos 25 millones, solo el 20% va a poder cambiar a una tasa mayor.
A la tasa real. A la tasa real.
Sí.
Hay que ser bien específicos en esto, bien claros. Tasa real, no está en una tasa mayor. Una tasa mayor puede ser... No. Una tasa mayor puede ser cualquier cosa, como por ejemplo 2 centavos o 3 centavos.
Y por eso, pero cuando surja la tasa de 2 centavos, mucha gente va a salir corriendo al banco a cambiar.
Claro, así lo va a hacer.
Y entonces no van a tener la tasa mayor que
vamos a tener. Y no se van a acordar de las grandes mentiras que le dijeron. No se van a acordar de las grandes mentiras que le dijeron de que iba a ser, ¿cómo se llama? Que iban a ser $12 o $7. No se van a acordar de las mentiras que se le dijeron, ¿ok? Van a salir corriendo.
Sí, sí.
Ahora déjenme decirle algo porque tengo que estar bien claro, ¿ok? Hold on. So let me make it very clear because I just remember this. If the exchange, if the rate goes to 120, listen to this. If the rate goes to 120 at the beginning, can it happen? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, it can happen. It can happen. Will it last?
No.
It won't last. See, that's the big difference. That's what every revaluation needs to be what? Gradual, right? Little by little. Isn't it?
Yes.
Because that's how the economy works. That's how the economy works. Okay? So, like I said, all right, so Benny is wrong because they've been telling us that they want the dinar to be 120. Yes, they want the dinar to be 120. But did they tell you they're going to do it? They're not. They never told you that. Okay? They never told you that. So just be aware. It's better that it goes very little to higher. Okay? Than instead of a very big and then all of a sudden, boom, goes down. It will kill the RB. Got it?
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Yes.
They want to kill the RV?
If they, well, do you understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Let me explain this in Spanish. Excuse me?
Say it again, please.
So you didn't pay attention. I said that it's better for the dinar to go little instead of $1.20. Do they want $1.20? Yes, they do. Did they tell us that it's going to happen? No, they don't. Can they do it? Yes, they can. But if they go 120, all of a sudden, it will go down like that.
Yes, Benny, but don't they plan on crashing everything?
Okay? It will go down like that, and then people will suffer. And a lot of people will actually be mad because they couldn't handle the demand. It cannot sustain 120 people because the demand is not good enough. Unless they do something really, really big for people to get the dinar and wanting to use the dinar. Then the price will stay. But it will take a miracle for that to happen. Do you guys understand that? Yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
All right. All right, so let me explain this in Spanish. Hay una cosa que se me olvidó a mí decirles a ustedes. Porque muchos de ustedes se me han acercado y me dicen, pero mira, el Irak dice que lo quiere revaluar a $1.20. Es cierto, tienen toda la razón. Irak lo han puesto en la página del CBI, del Departamento de Planos, ¿ok? Han dicho de que quieren que el dinar sea $1.20. Ahora, la pregunta es, ¿lo van a hacer? No han dicho que lo van a hacer. La pregunta es, ¿pueden hacerlo? Sí lo pueden hacer, pero ¿le conviene a Irak? Esa es la tercera pregunta. No le conviene. ¿Por qué? ¿Acaso no reportaron de que la demanda del dinar bajó, sí o no? ¿Sí o no?
Sí.
Ok, entonces si bajó, ¿cómo ustedes piensan que van a sostener ese precio de $1.20? Es imposible. Tomaría un milagro para que sostengan ese precio si lo acaso lo quieren introducir. ¿Me están entendiendo? Porque para sostener un valor tan alto como $1.20 después de valer nada, absolutamente nada, tomaría un milagro. Pero la economía no trabaja con milagros, la economía trabaja con demanda. Si no hay demanda para el dinar, no tiene precio. ¿Me están entendiendo?
Sí.
Entonces, ¿qué le conviene a Irak? ¿Le conviene salir a 1.20 o le conviene salir a 1 centavo? A 1 centavo. A 1 centavo. Le conviene a 1 centavo porque gradualmente se va a revaluar. Debido a que la demanda va a crecer, entonces se va a subir gradualmente el precio del dinar. Por demanda. ¿Ok? ¿Entendieron?
Es donde viene la espera por instrucciones.
Exactamente. De ahí vienen las instrucciones también, ¿ok? That's the reason why I give you guys, okay, look, this is the structure. The dinar is, 5 cents. This is the instructions, okay? So it's 5 cents. You will get out of 100,000 dinars or 25,000 dinars. You will get, what, $50,000? For 5 cents? Is that what it is? So it's up to you. If you want to do it or you want to wait for the rest of the people to exchange the real value, do it. Okay? But the problem is not how it's going to revalue. The problem is, are you willing to wait? That's the problem. From a $25,000 dinars times 5 cents, that will give you $1,250. If you want to go ahead and exchange it over $100,000, it's up to you guys. Okay? You guys understand that, yes or no?
Yes. Yes, we understand that.
All right, so that's why you need to wait for instructions. Okay? Así que si cambian ustedes a 25,000 dinares a 5 centavos, le salen $1,250. Entonces ustedes van a decir, ok, pues lo voy a cambiar, ese dinero no me cae mal, pero ustedes van a decidir o esperar o cambiar. ¿Ok? O esperar o cambiar.
Sí,
¿Ok? Entonces el problema no es el RV, el problema es ustedes están dispuestos a esperar, ese es el problema.
Creo que llevamos 10 años esperando, que esperemos 6 meses.
Acuérdense que el pueblo de Dios esperó 40 años para encontrar la tierra prometida. No estoy diciendo que ustedes tienen que esperar 40 años, no tienen que esperar 40 años. Es más, yo creo que el valor real saldrá en menos de 6 meses. ¿Ok? En menos de 6 meses va a salir el valor real. Si ustedes están dispuestos a esperar 6 meses, háganlo. ¿Ok?
Seguro. Hemos esperado por 10 años.
Exactly. So, what I just said is that Moses and the people of Egypt, when they made the Exodus, right? We were talking about the Exodus. They waited 40 years to meet their promised land. You guys know that, right?
Yes.
So, I'm not telling you that you're going to be waiting 40 years for the real value of the dinar. No, I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you that if you're willing to wait at least 6 months, then you're probably going to be blessed. Okay? 6 months. That's it. Less than 6 months. If you're willing to wait less than 6 months, you will see the real valuation of the dinar if everything goes well. Okay?
Okay.
If everything goes well as planned, then you're going to wait 6 more months. Got it?
Got it. Yes.
Did I make myself clear?
Yes. Very clear.
All right. I got 164 people in Green Light y tengo 37 miembros en español. All right. So, this is a recording. This will be recorded. So if you have no questions, I'm going to leave. Go ahead.
Do you think it's a wise idea to keep purchasing stocks or wait till it hits 20,000?
Purchase a stock when it hits 20,000. You mean the Dow Jones?
Yes.
Honey, didn't I mention that it's going to crash?
Kim Clement's prophecy says it's going to hit 20,000.
We already did. He said that after hitting 20,000, the RB will happen? Did he say that?
He did.
He did?
Yes.
Okay, so assuming that it will reach 20,000 after the crash, do you think that will be actually be wise to put money when you know that you're going to lose money?
Hey, I'm pulling out. I've lost enough.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? Hello? Who asked that question?
I did.
Okay, all right, Angel. Let me tell you something. You just asked me if it is wise to put all the money in stocks. Well, yeah, when there's always a risk, right? Hello?
The Lord is
All right. All right. So it's always a risk, right? So if you know that there's always a risk, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. As long as you know there's always a risk.
Right.
Okay? So
it's actually hit the 20,000 2 times already.
Okay, so after the crash, yes, it will hit 20,000, definitely. Okay? That's what I've been saying. That when it crashes, which by the way is going to have a window between March and July, I believe I say so. It's going to crash at some point. It's going to crash. Yes, we might actually go back 20,000. Yeah, go ahead.
When you say crash, like in depression crash?
Well, they will say it's going to be depression, but it's not going to be a depression. Got it?
I didn't think so.
Do you understand that?
Got it.
Look, when it crash, when the stock crashes, what's the first thing they're going to do?
Announce it?
Nope.
Take the money.
Nope.
They'll sell it all.
Nope.
They're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it.
No. When we have the crash, the first thing they're gonna do is find a correction. Got it? A correction. When they get rid of Bitcoin, what they're gonna do? A correction. They're gonna find something better, right?
Yes.
That's how the economy works. That's how the economy works. It doesn't work like this. People have been telling them everybody's going to be crying. Nope. That comes with the territory, people. Okay? It's going to be a correction. And who knows, maybe in that correction, you'll find the right stock to invest. Got it? Hint.
Got it.
That's all I got to tell you.
Is it XRP?
Anyway, so, la luz verde. Cuando vaya a chocar el sistema financiero, ¿qué es lo primero que va a pasar? ¿Nadie sabe?
Una corrección del sistema.
Una corrección del sistema. Entonces van a introducir nuevas inversiones, nuevos stocks, nuevas bolsas de valor. Ellos no se van a sentar llorando y sufriendo porque chocó todo y todo lo perdieron. No, así no son ellos. Aquí el único que llora es la media, la comunicación, la televisión. Quieren que tú llores. No. Aquí nadie llora. Los banqueros nunca lloran. ¿Me están entendiendo?
Ellos ganan perdiendo y ganando como quieran.
Ellos siempre siguen ganando. Yo le he perdido todo. ¿Me han visto ustedes llorando? ¿Me vieron ustedes llorando cuando me dio cáncer?
No.
¿Me vieron ustedes llorando cuando me dio COVID?
No. Tampoco.
Ok. No. ¿Por qué? Porque la vida no se resuelve con llorar, señores. La vida se resuelve con buscar soluciones. ¿Ok? ¿Entendieron?
Thank you, Benny.
All right. You understand what I just said in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, let me explain that for those people. Did anybody here saw me crying when I got cancer?
No.
Did anybody here saw me crying when I got COVID?
No.
And why?
Yeah, faith.
Well, yeah, faith. It's faith, because look, life, you do not resolve life and problems with crying. You do not resolve that. You resolve problems by finding solutions. That's how you resolve problems, by finding solutions. You don't resolve it by crying. Okay? I cry because of the love of people like you. Because I never expected that. I don't have many friends in my life. I cry for that. I cry for what the Lord shows me all the time. I cry for that. Because it's incredible how the Lord loves us. And He is in infinite love. That's what I cry
Benny,
for.
can I say something?
Go ahead.
Mom and my brother died last year in November of COVID. And God, in a dream, He showed me, and He said, I got you, and you're just going to scream and cry once real quick, and I'm going to take care of you. You're going to be fine. And I've been fine since then because the Lord spoke to me through a dream.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been fine because I trust and I have faith in God.
There you go. So you don't find solutions by crying, people. You find solutions by finding. I mean, you don't find You don't find solution for your problems by crying. You find solutions by finding solutions. By you finding problems and solve your problems by finding solutions. You need to find solutions, people. Find the solution. So you don't have a job, okay? Find the solution. Educate yourself. Okay, how am I gonna educate myself? I don't have money to. Okay, ask the government. Can they give you money for you to get education? I bet you they will. Okay? So don't cry, guys. Really, don't cry. Don't cry. I mean, I got a 96-year-old woman. That's my mother. That's the only thing I have in my life. And every single day I remind myself, how would I react when my mother passed away? And there was a lady who is a prophet, and she told me, "You'll be okay, fam. You'll be okay, Ben. You'll be okay." And that's all I ask in the Lord, that I be okay, that I don't crumble myself because I lost something that really has no price in my life. Okay, it has no price. And that's all I ask to the Lord. That's all I ask to the Lord. Give me strength. Give me this enough strength.
And like Karen has been telling you, she told you to be obedient, and God will take care of you.
Yeah. So that's all I gotta do. I mean, don't cry for money. Don't cry for money. I got my car. Remember when my car was stolen? Does anybody here remember when my car was stolen? And they took a delicious chicken.
Chicken was stolen
With the chicken in it.
Yeah, there was a delicious chicken. I was like, man, the chicken. I was like, oh man, I was feeling so bad. And I told my gravy, I told Steven, man. So how much the car, man? I don't give a fuck about the car, man. Man, the chicken in back, and he started laughing. I said, for real, man? Man, that chicken was delicious, dude. The chicken, I was like, the chicken here, the chicken there, and everybody started laughing, But I didn't care about the car. I spent about a year without having a car. You guys know that? Do you guys know that?
No. I do.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
I spent about a year without having a car. I was using, I'm not joking, that year I spent so much in Uber. The Uber was giving me free trips. So if you spend about $50,000 in 6 months, they give you free trips. Okay, and I spent a year taking Uber. Okay, I was enjoying it.
You bought yourself 3 cars that way.
Yeah, I know, but I was enjoying it. But the reason why I wasn't is Karen here? Is Karen here? Karen is not here. The reason why I spent so much time in taking Uber was because I had a problem. I just could not find a parking space. Okay? I couldn't find a parking space, and in the building there was no parking spaces. So Karen and myself, we start praying for it, and then the Lord start talking to Karen, and then if you only know, I wish Karen would be here so she can give the testimony what the Lord told me. It was so funny, okay? Because I truly believe that the Lord was telling me, be patient. I'm going to give you what you want, Do you have faith in me? Etc., etc. And all of a sudden, he goes, so you believe I can do this, but you cannot believe that I can get you a parking space. And I was like, no, Lord. No, I didn't mean that. And then all of a sudden, I said, well, look, let me go and talk to the manager. So I went to the manager, and I said, look, man, there's one space right there. I want it. He goes, well, you cannot have it. He goes like that. You cannot have it. I said, yes, you can. Yes, I can have it. He goes, well, how do you going to convince me? And I pull out $500, and I give it to them. And I said, okay, I'll give you $500. And every single month, I'm going to pay you $250. And he looked at me and said, for real? I said, yeah, man. I need to be with my mother. I cannot afford to take it to my second home because my second home is too big and my mother gets scared. I tried so many times to stay with my mother in my own second home, and she just scared the hell out of it. She just cannot, because of her age, she just cannot be in a big home. So I had to say, look, I'm going to have to accommodate you. I'm going to have to live in your apartment and take care of her because she's too old. She can no longer take care of herself. I need to take her. I need to take care of her. So I did that. And I told her, look, this is what I'm doing. I don't care if it's $250 for a parking. Here's what you're going to give you every month. And I convinced the guy. Then the guy said, this is your parking. And the parking was not even that parking that I told him. He gave me another parking with the number 7. Okay, and that's the number 7 was the number that the Lord showed me. And I didn't know it was the parking number that he was gonna give me. So I want to share it with you with Karen, right? Because Karen knows about this. So,
I remember that story, Ben.
Yeah.
I remember it too.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me. I have sacrificed myself just to take care of my mom. And I'm not worried about it. You know, there's a lot of women out there that say, no, if I see a man still living with her mom, that is not attracted to me. And I said, thanks God, because I don't need you to be attracted to me. And why? Is because I got plenty of women, to tell you the truth. All right, so this is what.
Hey, Danny, this is Nilo. I had one more, I guess, one third final question. Everything is 1, 2, 3s. So I guess this is my third.
Yeah.
As a Catholic myself, I'm proud of, and I love all religions, beliefs, because I love all y'all, my brothers and sisters. So I love you all. Period. Tomorrow's a significant date, as in Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
So I believe it's linked to green and a transition of prosperity for us to leave Exodus as in freedom, and then as Jesus rises, we celebrate in this harmony. So I believe.
Well, you know, for us Catholic, is the Holy Week. It's the Holy Week, right? So yeah, I would not be surprised if the RB happens during the Holy Week. I just wouldn't. Okay, I would not be surprised because the Lord told us that the RB was going to happen in a holiday, right? Right?
Yes. Yeah. It would be Easter. Yes.
But I thought that the holiday was supposed to be a holiday from Iraq. As a matter of fact, Solomon told me that. Okay? Solomon told me, and she gave me the day, that holy day, when it's supposed to happen, the RB. And I have not released you that day, because I gave my promise to God and to her that I was never going to release that day. So I'm going to be looking into that day, because that is actually what I've been telling you. That God was going to tell me when the RB was going to happen. Right? See, he already did what is going to happen. If we see Abadi coming out and calling for the people to rise up for the RB to happen, that's her prophetic word. So they already got his story. God will use anybody he wants to. I've been saying all the time. Do I believe she's a real prophet? No, I don't. I really believe she's a great, tremendous psychic. I don't believe that she's a real prophet because of the things that she does. Okay? But I'm not offending her. I really not. I don't hate her. You know what I'm saying? I just don't hate her. But she doesn't understand it. Got it? Got it? Oh, nobody's answering.
Got it.
All right. So that's it.
I do have a...
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You mentioned the $1 million stock to invest in. So when do you think is the best time to invest in it? To wait or now?
I would say that the best time to invest is after the crash. That's what I would say.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, I have a question, Mr. Benny.
Yeah.
I really would love you to ask one of your alien friends to come say hello to me. I've been waiting for a long time.
All right, so your name is, what is your name?
Angel, Ángel. Me
What?
llamo Ángel.
Ángel qué?
Angel. ¿Te puedo decir aquí?
Yeah, go ahead.
Heinz.
Pines? All right.
Heinz, yes.
All right.
Like the ketchup.
All right. You know, people like to see them, you know, but if they feel that you guys are not ready, they will tell me you're not ready. Recently, Nicholas, is it Nicholas here? Nicholas, are you here? Nicholas? Nicholas is not here. All right, so Nicholas is not here. He asked me to ask them because he and his dad wanted to meet the aliens, right? So I said, okay, give me your name and the name of your dad. And after they did, I came back and I said, look, they said that you're not ready yet. They said that you're weak. And they were weak. They were weak. His father was weak because he was sick, and he also was sick. So they told me that they were not ready, okay? And all the things that is private conversation between me and them and him. But I will let you know. I will let you know if they say that you're ready or not, okay?
Wonderful. I appreciate that. I
All
think
right.
I'm ready.
All right. Anybody else?
Yes. I'd also like to. Do I need to give you my last name and text you, or what?
You want also to see them? Jesus Christ. What are with these people?
I love it.
What are with these people? They want to go crazy for the rest of their lives. All right. Send me the name.
I don't want to go crazy. I just want to see them.
You want to see them. You want to see them you want to see the vehicle, right? Because you cannot see them. You don't understand that, right?
No, I understand that perfectly.
You need to see the vehicle, meaning that you're going to see, you'll be able to see the UFO, okay?
Perfectly. That's what
All right, because you need to qualify to see them in person. You understand that, right?
Oh, of course, yes.
All right. All right, yeah.
So what is required in order to see him or communicate with him?
You need to be spiritual in vibration with them. You know, they choose you. You don't choose them. Got it? Got it?
Text it to you.
All right.
Yes.
So I mean, they chose me when I was 12 years old. I never asked, hey, I want to see you guys. No, I never did that. I never did that. Okay. They chose me when I was 12. Okay.
And my son is 33 years old, and he saw a spaceship going down the highway when he was a teenager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually, kids are very sensitive when it comes to UFOs. You know.
I was abducted for sure, 100%, bending along with you, so I could agree with everything. I know for sure I have 4 implants, and when I was young, they did the same thing. Everything you said, I experienced the same thing. It's a blessing. They protect us. They watch over us.
Yep. But you see, that's the thing about people most Christians, they don't believe in aliens, that they are good guys. You know, they believe that they're demons. They're fallen angels. Get away, Betty. You know, so there's nothing I can do about that.
My son has struggled a lot seeing that stuff.
Yeah, because it's not for everybody to see. Okay? It's not stuff for everybody to see. Carol myself had asked me, hey man, I want to see them. You're not ready yet. All right. So.
Okay, if we were taken once or twice in the past.
Excuse me?
If we were taken once or twice in the past, can they help us remember that?
Yeah, if you were actually in your past life were involved with them, they will come back to you again.
Because I was told when I was in college, I was taken, and I can't remember like 3 or 4 hours.
Okay. Well, just wait. Let's see if you're ready. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, guys. Anybody else? ¿Alguno más? ¿Alguien quiere hacer una pregunta? ¿Nadie quiere hacer preguntas? All right.
Gracias,
Ok, voy a colgar en español, ¿ok? Pasen buen día, pasen buen fin de semana.
Mismo, Benny, gracias.
All right, so I'm just gonna end the Spanish, ya saben. I'm just gonna end the Spanish with voice chat. I'm gonna stay with the English just for 1 minute. So if you guys don't want to ask me any questions, let me know. Nobody?
A statement, Benny.
Statement? What statement?
Today, someone called me from a telegram call and left these. It started beeping and stuff, and said it was transferring information, exchanging accounts. So everybody, be really careful out there.
There you go. There you go. Okay. I mean, look, guys. I have called their actions before it happened. That's why they don't like me. I know how they manage the stuff. I know what they're gonna do with you guys. It's all up to you guys, okay? Just don't blame me that I did not warn you. All right? All right, guys. Take care. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you next time.
God bless you, Benny. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Benny.
We will wait for instructions.
That's right.